Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You're watching the Kaiser Report. I'm here with Kaiser today to go over a few things with you. We have a late broadcast today. We had some guests come in from out of town, which were a welcome sight. I have not seen my good friend for many, many years. He came up from Florida yesterday. And welcome to East Tennessee there, Eric. And hope you have a wonderful stay here, and we get to spend a little time together. Well, when does the lying stop over MSNBC and CNN? It just looks like it's one toke over the line. They took it a little bit too far, and they get caught at it constantly. But this is what we get when we have to rely on the incoming information from a platform that has become, over the last 8 to 10 years, a political sideline for some. And we have to sift through using forms of talking through other platforms, such as this here on YouTube, Rumble, Truth Social, and there are many others out there, including Facebook, that we can communicate on. We post here both on Rumble and Facebook, as well as our home here inside of the YouTube atmosphere. We never did get into TikTok. I just didn't believe, number one, that it was going to last here, and it has been hijacked by the crazies anymore. If you turn on your phone every morning, you'll find, a plethora of dancing idiots that want to drive some kind of a DEA point home or something of that nature. The craziness has to be drug-induced. I've never seen more and more online nonsense that you can plug into that we have in the recent or the past 6 months of this new administration. And by the way, if you haven't heard, we keep winning. We're winning so much, we're almost tired of winning. And you'll see something here later on about how they had to backpedal over at CNN and MSNBC about the true numbers that are taking place with regard to what the tariffs has done for our coffers here in replenishing some money into that we would not have been getting. So let's take a look here at MSNBC and CNN, and you tell me if they've taken it one step too far right here.
Fake, disgusting news.
We just watched the speaker gavel out with a whole lot of anger, Kelly. Here's the state of play. Here's
MSNBC sucks.
Hey, how are you?
MSNBC sucks.
Can I talk to you for a second?
MSNBC sucks.
You can see.
Okay.
You can see the frustration.
Sometimes this happens, and we understand that that can happen. And while we love free speech, we're going to keep control here. So, Ryan, thank you. Shaq, thank you. A volatile story.
Excuse me? What did you say?
And while we love free speech.
You serious?
I've already decisively won many critical states, including massive victories in Florida, Iowa, Indiana, Ohio.
Okay, here we are again in the unusual position of not only interrupting the President of the United States, but correcting the President of the United States.
I read an article yesterday where it said this is one of the finest run campaigns that anybody has ever seen. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. It's really a statement. And we have no choice.
Yeah, okay. You know, it is, okay. I will say that it is a decision that we revisit constantly in terms of the balance between allowing somebody to knowingly lie on your air about things they've lied about before and you can predict they are going to lie about. And so therefore it is just, it's irresponsible to allow them to do that.
Yeah. Why don't we fact check the hell out of him? And while we love free speech.
A few minutes ago, the
We hate
Amazon,
to do this,
Washington
really,
Post
but the president
just
isn't
put out
telling
a
the truth. These
fake article
allegations
that
against Joe Biden and Hunter Biden that he's repeating have been investigated by the Ukrainians, none other than the Wall Street Journal included in their report on Friday that the Ukrainians view this issue as having been investigated and adjudicated.
And while we love free speech,
As he's speaking again, this time to an audience of his supporters that's gathered for a campaign fundraiser tonight at his golf club and summer home in New Jersey. We knew heading into this that he was planning to make these remarks. We are prepared for his pre-fundraiser remarks tonight to again be essentially a Trump campaign speech. Because of that, we do not intend to carry these remarks live. As we have said before in these circumstances, there is a cost to us as a news organization to knowingly broadcast untrue things. We are here to bring you the news.
Then by
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
You're right.
It could be a step too far. It could be a step toward reconciliation, but I doubt that these networks that seem to be dying on the viewership vine will make it or keep making it is another whole story in itself. Then we have, the national news is never devoid of idiocy on a daily look-see into any platform, whether it's X, Rumble, Twitter. You look and you're going to find a clippet of Jasmine Crockett at a point of self-destruction. When you talk about being in the twilight zone or the Trump derangement zone, as I like to call it, you'll quickly find that voice. And by the way, who talks this way? What is this about? Is this the new look for the Democratic Party? Let's take a look here.
I am smiling. Can you see the smile that is on my face? Guess what happened today? Guess what happened today? So we are about to talk about it. We understand that this ridiculous tyrant is trying to do everything that he can to break our democracy. My colleagues, my former colleagues from the State House, they said, deuces, we out. We don't like what you doing.
Who talks like that?
They don't serve him. We don't serve him. He's not ours. He's not our constituent. He's not. We got a rogue bootleg criminal attorney general who absolutely is like wanting to be Trump 2.0. And frankly, he is trampling on our great name, as well as our economy, as well as, like prices and jobs. That's what makes you real MAGA, is like, you got to be about this thug life. You got to be like cheating on your wife. But he got the nerve to talk about who should be arrested. Give me a break. Kind of like, the orange orangutan. He on the same nonsense too. Bro, you the real criminal.
You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
So you're telling me a woman with the educational background and the schooling that she's had and the affluent family that she comes from actually speaks this way? It's not. It's an act. All of Democrats right now want to be part of Hollywood more than they want to be part of doing the job that they were elected to do. And it's almost kind of bizarre when you stop and think about it. Just look at the CNN alone with their stats on where the tariffs were going to take us. What will be the cost and how is it going to affect us? Folks, it hasn't. If you get in your car and go down to any of the points of interest, whether it's the shoreline or the mountains or Gatlinburg, Tennessee, you're going to find an enormous amount of people out spending dollars and happy with a smile on their face that they have the privilege to do this. This was not the case in the last 4 years. Try as you might to convince us that anything was different is just, it doesn't work. And now CNN has to eat the crow and announce what the tariffs has done. Let's take a look right here.
A lot of folks have claimed Trump always chickens out, taco, when it comes to tariffs. Is that true?
No, I don't think that's true, Omar. And I think the theme of this segment is going to be love it, like it, lump it. Trump's remaking the United States of America. We can start there with tariffs. What are we talking about? No tacos for Trump. The effective tariff rate, get this, 18%. It is the highest, Omar, the highest since the 1930s, up from, get this, just 2% last year. As I'm going to talk about in this segment, I can't think of a more influential president during this century, and it starts here with tariffs.
I said, say it again. What?
I can't think of a more influential president during this century.
Don't.
Well, let's jump. The other big thing that Trump ran on, right, was immigration. How about net migration in the United States? Get this, it's down. It's going to be down at least 60%. We may be dealing with, get this, negative net migration to the United States in 2025. That would be the first time there is negative net migration in this country in at least 50 years. We're talking about down from 2.8 million in 2024.
Oh. Get ready, folks. This is just starting.
Donald Trump has always run on tariffs, and he's run on a hawkish line on immigration. And on both of those issues, we are seeing record high tariff rates for this century going all the way back, well back into the early part of the 20th century. And when it comes to immigration, net migration, we are seeing record low levels, way down from where we were during the Biden administration. We are potentially looking at negative net migration for the first time in at least 50 years. And that is a big reason why that I'm saying that Trump, at least in my mind, is the most influential president, certainly this century, and probably dating a good back chunk into the 20th century as well, Omar.
And then, on top of the Jasmine Crockett idiocy that we have to listen to every day, you got that scarecrow Elizabeth Warren in New York. She's come out of Boston to New York to campaign for Zohran Mamdani, the communist, and then she lets the cat out of the bag in the speech. You've got to hear this. She finally tells the truth. Listen right here.
That is the Democratic message.
As Zohran Mamdani's communist agenda reflects the true message of the Democrat Party. Seems about right. Senator Elizabeth Warren just let the cat out of the bag on national TV. She's out there cheering for Zohran Mamdani, New York's self-proclaimed socialist superstar, whose big plan includes government-run grocery stores and rent freezes that would make Karl Marx blush. Senator Warren says this is the Democrat Party's true message. So it appears New Yorkers should brace for a hot communist summer.
When someone stands up and says, I will lead this city by making it more affordable, and here are my plans, real plans, plans to deliver on childcare, plans to deliver on housing, plans to deliver, we're going to experiment, we're going to try things on groceries. That is the Democratic message.
Now, if you did not hear what went on there and the admission of where the Democratic Party plans on going, then you may want to ask yourself, what state should I move to? Because it's going to be bad in New York, very bad in New York. We already know that Massachusetts, where she hails from, is no bag of fun either when you pay the taxes required to live in that state. And then if you're lucky enough to live inside of Boston, you're taxed twice. So there it is. And that'll bring us one more thing in CNN, and that's Caitlin Collins, who is the person that always has the gotcha questions, or she thinks she's going to uncover some Pulitzer Prize winning announcement against the Trump administration. Well, she had a guy on the other day that had to kind of put her in her place, and you can see that right here.
So I just want to be clear. We have covered it when Democrats gerrymander as well, sir.
Well, Caitlin, I know I got to tell you, I'm incredibly flattered the amount of time CNN must have spent fact-checking what I said earlier today to come up with those clips. But if those are the best clips you can find, then my point stand, I was proven correct, because at no point was he asked to justify those maps. But here's the point. It wasn't that I was saying good, bad, right, or wrong, whether they could or should or shouldn't. The point is, what we're talking about in the state of Texas is something that is constitutional. It's legal. The Supreme Court has said we can do things like this. And my main criticism of the governors in California, New York, Illinois, and other places isn't so much the weighing in on the merits of their maps. It's the rank hypocrisy and the fake outrage.
Really?
These Democrats, my Democrat colleagues that fled the state to go hide behind Governor Pritzker, they're not mad that states are engaging in redistricting to maximize political advantage. What they're mad about, but they won't say it, they're mad that a Republican state is stepping up and doing it. That's the real problem, and that's the hypocrisy that I'm trying to point out here.
But to the point, I mean, Governor Abbott's not here right now. I'm not questioning him about it. Obviously, we'd love to have...
So with that, it's Taco Tuesday. It's a late broadcast today. I apologize for that, but we'll be back to see you tomorrow. There will not be an exit into Stupid Town today. They're closed for construction on that exit today, but we'll be back to you tomorrow with a little bit of a funny in the Stupid Town segment one more time. So God bless you all, and remember, stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned to the Kaiser Report for more information and a look-see at some of the things that you don't hear about in regular news. Bye-bye now. God bless.